Hey guys, welcome to the Nerdables podcast. Today we have a very special nerdy podcast for you guys. It's me, of course, and
Devin.
Mhm.
Me, Parker.
and him, if you even cared.
Oh, shut up.
Alright, so on today's podcast, we're going to be talking about the incredibly so nerdy world of comic books. Specifically DC.
Well, I mean, pretty much everything that's been a comic book and has been transformed into a movie or TV show, which is pretty much every single comic book ever created.
Not true, but okay.
There's a lot of them, though, it's what I'm saying.
I can name a couple that aren't turned into movies.
Oh, well, I mean,
Alright.
of course you can. You're like the ultimate comic book reader, Devin.
Okay. Alright, let's talk about the new Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, God, it's... No. I mean, Batman is good and all, but...
Superman has superpowers. Batman might be good and easy to maneuver
Superman.
around, but Superman can see through walls, shoot laser beams at his eyes, and freeze your ass before you can move.
But Batman has a
Excuse me.
Hulkbuster version of a Hulkbuster version of his Batsuit, which kicks total ass. By the way,
But it's not made out of kryptonite or anything, so Superman's gonna be like,
yeah, but that's why there's Lex Luthor there. He's got the kryptonite. He'll fuck him up.
point made.
But, I like Superman as a superhero. I think he's one of my favorites in the DC comic universe and everything.
Mhm.
But, I mean...
I think he's ridiculous
That's why he's so awesome, is because he's...
because he's OP.
Yes! But, I mean...
It doesn't leave any imagination. Doesn't mean
Superman is an actual honest superhero.
yeah, but he's so clean cut. It's boring. He's like,
I know.
oh, Mr. Whitey Tight saved the city again. Amazing.
They both have their own advantages. Like,
Superman can kick everybody's ass.
has real superpowers. Batman is just DC's version of Iron
Little
Man.
broke ass nigga grew up on the street. Oh, sorry, excuse my words.
Yeah, sorry about him. But really, though, I think there's plenty of good elements to Batman. I think he's courageous. He has more strong will than anyone else in the DC universe. He is by far one of the smartest, and he's the most technologically advanced, which makes him a very strong person, which I think makes him a good contender against Superman. And I don't see why he couldn't beat him, because you never know.
I guess we have to let Mac win.
That's a great point. Great job, Mac. You just killed us.
I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about
I
Batman.
still think Superman could win.
Okay.
No.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. Unless you got kryptonite on your body, can beat Superman in his freezing breath.
Okay, but he got shot in the eye, but a stupid rock hurts him. Batman got shot in the spine and he came back and kicked Bane's ass. I'm just saying.
Okay, a rock is a rock.
Mhm.
A piece of kryptonite is a piece of kryptonite.
Okay, it's a gem.
Okay. You
let's
legitimate
let's
him
just get the-
that it has the right formula in it. Yes, it's gonna hurt him because every superhero has a weakness. Just like Batman. Batman has weakness. Bats.
Robin.
He's not afraid of bats.
Yes, he is.
Why would he be Batman?
Why would he be dressed up like a bat? Why would he name everything after bats? He's just traumatized by everything.
Oh, so many bats everywhere.
Justice!
Get the Batmobile. Make sure there's not any bats on it.
Oh, bats! Very dark.
But I mean, okay, so I mean we'll have Batman versus Superman, but why would Batman even?
Why would he what, partner?
Why would Batman even allow himself to fight Superman if Superman is like invincible?
All right,
Pretty much.
So here's how it goes, kind of in the comic books. So, has anyone seen Man of Steel, or at least know the plot of it?
I've seen it here and there, not all of it though.
Yeah, no, but you need to.
Yeah.
I haven't even. So, after Man of Steel, obviously the city of Metropolis is pretty heavily damaged, and you go into that. Apparently, in that universe, Metropolis is close to Gotham in a sense.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So Bruce Wayne is there, and as Bruce Wayne,
I've seen the original Superman. It's kind of, is it related at all like
not
that?
really, because
Man of Steel is like in a different.
yeah, because and Man of Steel now is going to interact with Batman because the Man of Steel Superman
Well, I know that.
versus not even the Dark Knight Batman. It's just like a new Batman. It's the Batfleck, Ben Affleck.
The Batfleck. I like
The
that.
Batfleck. But so, Batman, Bruce Wayne, sees the destruction of Metropolis, and he's like, well, that's probably bad. I don't think he should have that much power. So, it eventually goes down to Superman's like, hey, come get me. And then it goes into that. Somehow, Lex Luthor's shoved in there, and we don't know who wins. So, we'll have to see in 2016. Clearly.
Well, you know what else has come out in 2016?
The best movie ever?
Your favorite movie, Suicide Squad, which trailer was pretty damn good.
Thank you.
I pretty much, yeah. I mean,
Do you mind if I go into depth a little bit about Suicide Squad?
I'm sure, yeah. Definitely.
Alright.
I mean, I kind of thought it was a little bit ridiculous.
Well, it's kind of meant to be ridiculous. So, what Suicide Squad is it is a group of super criminals from the DC universe brought together by a government agency, which is basically somehow the DC version of S.H.I.E.L.D. But, so the DC version of S.H.I.E.L.D. brings all these supervillains together, and you've got, obviously, your big one, Harley Quinn. You've got Deadshot, played by Will Smith in the movie.
Oh,
You have-
are you serious?
Yeah.
That was Will Smith?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You have...
He's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. You have Killer Croc, who's basically a giant crocodile. And then you have a guy who throws boomerangs. He's in there, too.
Wow.
Yeah. But there's...
Is his name Batman?
No, it's Captain
Batwing.
Boomerang.
It's Batwing.
It's Captain Boomerang, and he's Scottish.
Boomerang.
It's really... We'll see how it plays out. He throws boomerangs. Either way, it's all of these guys brought together to fight the forces of evil. And Joker is in this movie too?
I don't think that's Joker.
That's Joker.
Are you sure? Because
Jared Leto. He got cast as Joker.
He looks really different.
Oh yeah. No, the Heath Ledger Joker, which is a monumental depiction.
That movie was. I mean, after his death, it made me cry. That movie just is emotional to me now.
I think Parker clearly enjoyed his performance in Brokeback Mountain.
Yes.
Which was comic? Not really.
Yes, not really. Just kidding.
That was one of Parker's favorite comics. I found it under his bed.
Wait,
What?
Brokeback Mountain's not a comic. It's a gay porn movie.
Duh.
It's basically with Heath Ledger, who is a beautiful human being. But either way, Heath Ledger Joker is great, obviously iconic. But now we're moving into a closer to the comic book rendition of the Joker, which is played by Jared Leto in Suicide Squad. And interestingly enough, in the New 52 version of Suicide Squad, which, if you don't know what the New 52 is basically DC's revamping of all their old comics to just start them over with better and cleaner drawing and line art. Just make it better. Just revamp it. So, in the New 52 Suicide Squad, the Joker is actually dead. Somebody skinned him, cut his face off, and in the comics, Harley Quinn puts it on Deadshot's face and makes Deadshot pretend to be the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But weirdly enough, in the Suicide Squad trailer even, there is the Joker, and he obviously does not have his face cut off, so...
I mean, that could just be because they can't perform that magnificent special effects, or instead of using just a mask, did a whole amazing bodysuit.
Something like that. But I don't think we're going to be seeing Jared Leto get his face torn off anytime soon.
No.
But even Devin was asking about what the name is. The name is obviously useless to the government. They're criminals. They're super criminals. They kill people and they do terrible things to the world. So, if they die, no one cares. If something bad happens on the operation, blame it on the supervillains. It's basically the government's patsy team, aka a Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And to make sure they don't get out of line, they have little bomb chips in their neck to make sure that they don't get out of line and, have free will or something. That's ridiculous.
I mean, they're villains.
Yeah. Although,
So basically, if they do something wrong, they're committing suicide.
basically,
So that's
yeah.
why they're called the Suicide Squad.
Well, there's the Suicide Squad because they go on suicide missions. Because, again, it doesn't matter if they die, they're supervillains. Even though some of them aren't exactly villains, there's a guy named Diablo, or El Diablo, where he's a decent guy. He's seen the error of his ways, where he's killed a house full of children by burning it down, sort of, in the New 52 comics. So he's like, well, I've done so much bad now, and I must revamp my style to be less of a terrible person. He's Spanish. No offense, obviously. And then there's some other sort of good people. Like, it's a very weird, morally ambiguous line where they're supervillains, but they're not horrible people somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And Harley, in the comic at least, Harley Quinn obviously gets plenty of screen time. You get to see a lot more emotional depth to her, see how crazy she really is. Even though she's always played second fiddle to Joker, I think it'd be interesting to see just how far they can take her character while still having Joker in the same movie,
Uh-huh.
which will be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be all about the bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is kind of exciting.
Because finally we're having a movie about villains rather than having a superhero movie being taken over by
It's like
villains.
it's like an adult version of Megamind. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, basically.
But Devin, I hear that you're a fan of the Walking Dead series, right?
That's my game.
Devin,
Huh?
you're a fan of the Walking Dead series, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, started out as a comic book and everything, and then it turns itself into
A badass series.
a
Yes.
good series that
And now they're
has
starting
no
a new one.
relation into the comic books whatsoever.
Yes.
And now
Fear the Walking Dead?
Yeah. Fear
No.
the Walking Dead is getting ready to come on too. That's
Fear the Walking Dead
Doesn't
has
have
no
anything to do with-
relation into the Walking Dead at all.
It's just
It's just a
An
separate
outbreak
series
happens and a
for
bunch of
Robert
people die.
Kirkman. For Robert Kirkman, like the producer and the creator of The Walking Dead. I'm giving his idea of what he thinks caused it and giving everyone, like, hey, this is something that we just came up with, and now we're showing you how it all started, and so we can prove that Rick's not in a coma his entire life, and he's just dreaming about a zombie apocalypse.
What if he is, though? Dun dun dun.
But he's not, because now there's two shows.
So? It could still be in all
But
the
okay,
universe.
so, well, spoiler alert, with Lenny James Morgan coming back, that they're just screwing with the comic book now. I mean, Daryl Dixon, Beth, and all those other added characters that have been on the show. It's just now they're just screwing with us now. Like, isn't Glenn supposed to be dead by now?
I don't remember what comic book he died in, but he did die.
Yeah. They're just screwing with us. They're not even paying attention to what's going on.
Hey, I like it because it'd be boring if they made it just like the comics. Because the comics have been out for a while
Yeah.
now, and they brought the series. If you'd have made it the same as the comics, nobody would have watched it. They wouldn't have made any money off of it. You have to switch it up every now and again.
It's true.
And like Max said, there's no knowing. They could take and make it into that Rick was dreaming the whole time. They could restart the series. He could go on he could come back, and somehow the zombie apocalypse was invented, or
Right after
came
he gets out
out,
of the
like right after he comes out of the apocalypse, and his life actually starts up, and he tries to use what he learned through his dreams or through the coma to stay alive, and they can make millions off of this thing.
I mean, it's a really interesting idea, but I mean, now that they have a second show, separate series,
The second show has nothing to do with Rick or anybody.
It doesn't have anything to do with Rick, but it's still in the same universe.
Yeah, it's in the same universe, but it's like outcasts, like they're salvaging off of the world. Outcasts are coming in and trying to survive through the zombie apocalypse. You meet new people. They create communities. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to try to make a game off of this.
Yeah.
It's easy to make games off of movies or a show like they're getting ready to create.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I just hope that AMC does a good job with 2 shows off of almost the same storyline about the zombies and stuff. That's about all the time that we have here. So we'll all sign off together as a team, okay?
Okay.
Let's all say
Ling Ling! See, this is what happens when you get someone to do it with me.
Ling Ling!
Thank you.
Do you think she calls them free zone when they're, touching the hoo-haws? Oh, free zone. Put that hard icicle inside of my, cavern.
I wonder if he accidentally froze his wife while doing it.
Probably.